to Dad Survival, our YouTube channel. Today the boys ain't with me. We came up here yesterday to start our shelter, as you can see behind us. But as we were up here yesterday, I realised where our shelter is, there's a lot of bog. So I'm thinking about moving it, and instead of making, which you can see here, it's like a A-frame type of shelter, we're going to change it and I'm going to put it to a lean-to, and we're going to move it and locate it more over this side, away from the bog, which means I'd have to take the wood down. So while the boys are in school today, I'm going to take the wood down and start rebuilding the shelter over there. So when they come down later on, they can see the work I've done and they'll be well chuffed with what's happened. So here we go. So now I've taken it down, I'm going to build out into it over there. First off is the putting some quarter posts across the top, so I've got things that something to lean on when I put the logs on. I think I'm going to have to go for lots more logs as we're going along, but here goes. Now that the beam is up, I can add sticks to lean to create the lean-to. Now I've just put one beam in place, just so I've got a guideline and I can work off that now. And I've got a rough measurement of how big I want it. Could have dropped it down a bit, but I think I'm going to add a couple of extra shelters in there and make walls and stuff, so once it'll come out it will look pretty well. It'll look pretty good, I think. We've got a lot of work to do. As you can see, I'm using all rotten wood that I'm finding laying around or chopping down that is rotten, that's dead. So a mixture of woods as well, different type of wood. So obviously some of them make straight, but once we get it up, it should look alright. For what materials we got here, resources we got here, it's not too bad. So now what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to start building a little wall by here, starting closing this area off, tidy it up a bit. The reason I've stopped making a shelter at the moment is because I do need more tools, I need a better saw. So I'm waiting for that to come, which should be here this afternoon, and then I can crack on a bit. For now, I'm just going to do around the area and just tidy it up this up. As you can see, I've made a wall there. I wouldn't worry too much about the ends. I'll probably cut them down or add them on to the next bit of wall that we put in. Probably wondering what I'm using as stakes. I found these just laying around, so I've used these, cut them down. I've also used the long ones then over there, just as support. Obviously tie them off at the top, as you've seen in me here, they're struggling. It's important to keep it all tight. As you can see, guys, I've moved the sticks over now, and I'm going to block off that side, so then we can just build on from there then, and just add on as we go along. just show you what I've done so far. Obviously, we started off with all the things down there, which I've taken down now and used quite a lot of the materials. So if we come round, see, I've made a wall along with a bench, and then the start of our shelter. I know there's a lot of overhanging bits and stuff, but I won't worry about that. I will saw them down when I get my saw. So if you look at the back of it, this is what it looks like. I've started blocking it up like I said I was going to do. Obviously I'm using just scrap wood here. I've got no decent saw, so I can't really cut it just the size, but I've done the best I can. These woodlands that we're in here are not exactly suited for this type of project, but we're going to give it our best go and leave it up here so the local kids and people that walk through the woods have this to enjoy. Hi guys, it's day 2 of our shelter building project. I was recording earlier today, which was earlier in the clip, showing you what I was doing. I moved the shelter up this way, made it into a lean-to instead of an A-frame. Since then, obviously I've expanded again onto it. I've built the extra walls in, and we've filled in the gap. So now we're just going to finish off filling in the gaps in the walls and build onto that from there. So I'll just show you around of what we've done, what we've done so far. So obviously you can remember earlier in the clip, this wall and bench that I put in earlier, along with this, built in the wall on the side, shelter.
Hello.
And then we've added this wall in now, here and along here.
Hello. Well, if you saw from earlier, well.
So now the original place is over there, but now it's just a pile of holly branches, and this is what it looks like. I've already explained that in the video earlier, Isaac.
Oh, did you?
So yeah, this is it for how it looks from the outside, guys.
Hi, people. Yes, we're in a woods right next.
All we've used is just scrap woods. We haven't really sawn much of it. It's just what we found, and we've just piled it in together, made it fit as best we can. We'll probably tidy it up as we go along, but this is it for day 2. Hello guys, it's day 3. We haven't done a lot on this today. We've just tidied it up, filling in the walls and so forth. I've let the boys play while I do some other work. So this is it. So here they come now.
Hello. Yeah, Daddy's making a spin. Hey, what?
So that's about it now today, guys. I'll show you around what touch-ups I've done. It's nothing major. The boys are more interested in playing. We've got someone with us today that the boys would rather than play with that person and actually help with the work, which I don't blame them. So I just touched it up, which I've just showed you. As you can see, I've sawn off most of the jagged edges here. I've patched up inside there, tied some rope. The rope I'm using at the moment, as you can see, is green rope. I am actually using garden thread for most of the stuff, but I forgot it today. And the only thing I had in my bag was this green rope, so I've used that today. Again, I've sawn off the edges along here and just tidied up the sides, and then sawn off what needs sawn off. As you can see, looking better and better as we're going along. The wall's basically been filled in. There's a few gaps which will be dealt with, and I've just put this supporting beam up here now for when I add a roof into this section here, which would be well, if you was using this as your own shelter, I'd say there would be your sleeping area. If you were going to when I put the roof on there, I'd probably use that for your wood, keep the wood dry and stuff, keep it out of the rain and whatever. Once there's a roof on there, it wouldn't be a problem. Obviously you'd have to clear out this. When we are finished, we'll have a little campfire built in here, put into the floor. We might even extend it a bit further with a wall, bringing it out here, so we've got like all this is enclosed from that stick there to wall to there, and then to here. So you've got all this area would be your shelter area, your camp, I suppose. So you've got it, your camp. It's a simple lean-to shelter, guys, with a few walls. All the wood is literally scrap wood, rotten wood. As you can see, a lot of it's not straight, but the woodlands that we're in, it's like it's not the best woodlands for this type of job. You need pine is probably the best to make this type of shelter. But yes, what we've got at the end of day 3, guys. Okay guys, so what I've done now since is added on this little bit of roof.
We still haven't finished the whole
Haven't
roof.
finished it.
We finished it.
Haven't finished it.
Yet.
But at least it's going up now.
Hi.
I got rid of it.
Hi. Okay.
So yeah, that's it for now, guys, for today. End of day 3.
Oh, end of day 3.
So guys, I come over to inspect that tent, that abandoned tent, and this is what I found. Now, when you're in woodlands, doing shelter building, it's always good to explore because you come across things like this. I know a lot of it's rubbish, which is a shame, but the sheeting come in handy. So what I could do is cut off a piece and use it for waterproofing the shelter. I'll give it a go. For now, I've got a good sheet of it off. As you see, I'm not going to try and get off too much more. It's quite awkward. If I need more, I'll just come back a bit. I'm going to see how this will fit on the shelter. I'm hoping it will cover a good portion of it. Okay guys, so I've put that sheeting I found up onto the tent now, onto the shelter. I'm going to need a lot more to cover the whole bit of the shelter, but this is how it looks so far. See if I just tighten it up right here, that'll lift that. Get another piece of the top bit here, and that'll look alright, like, you know. You've got to think, guys, if you're in a survival situation, or even just building a shelter like this, finding scrap things like a tent would come in handy, especially if you don't bring your own tarps or something like that, or you don't have a tarp or something. So it's always worth having a scout around and seeing what you come up with. So yeah guys, looks pretty good so far. So I've got work to do. Right guys, so I'm back down where that tent was. But some of you, oh look at that little pond. Some of you are probably wondering, why didn't he take the whole thing? Or why did he cut it in an odd shape? Well, this thing's tied to the tree. And not only that, it's been filling with water for ages. So they've all got pockets of water in them and have to empty. And I couldn't be bothered to do that earlier. I got no choice this time. Let's get to it. Okay guys, I've just added that next piece in. It's looking pretty good to be fair. See now I'm just using scrap materials. So what I'm going to do next now, after I go and collect the boys, is fill in that piece here. And then maybe once I've tied down and finished off the roof, I'll probably put a piece in there then as well. Because it should be enough to do all that nicely. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it. I'm off to get the bites now and continue day 4. So guys, it's day 5. As you can see, we have added quite a lot to it. Didn't do a lot of filming on day 4 evening time. I just cracked on with it. There's a lot of people wandering around the woods yesterday. So this is our last day today for the weekend. The boys are at school, so I thought I'd come down and just get some done. As you can see, we've added the sheeting on now. So what I'll do now is just take you around with what we've done and what we're planning on doing. Because now, come next week, when we come back to start more work on this, camping here for probably 2 to 3 days at this location. So yeah, we'll make it as best we can. So I'll show you around. As you all remember, wall bench, but we've also got the sheeting that I said in the last video, and the last part of the clip. This is an old tent, and we've just added it in, so it looks like a bit of water protection. It doesn't look all that great from the outside, from the inside obviously, but it does the job for what we need it for. We're adding another wall here, and we're going to have a little gateway here. We're going to add wall going around then to about this point here. So we'll have a nice little area and our fire will go here then. So if I show you what it looks like from the outside. It doesn't look too bad, to be fair. Yeah, considering we've done this over 5 days now, and it's all literally scrap wood. Most of it's not even cut, it's just found around the woods. And we just put it all together. We've tied down as much as we can tie down. The stakes that we've got here were stakes that we found in the woods. This is where we are now, is at Apple Orchard. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it for now. I'll probably do the finishing touch-ups now, fill in the extra excess on the wall. Yeah, fill up that there and there. And that would be me done for the day. So yeah, this is day 5 guys. Not much for day 5, but day 6 when we come back we'll be camping, so there'll be a lot more to see.